Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story to share with you, and this is almost more like a part two. This gentleman has sent in a $25 donation prior to, and I do appreciate that kindly. And he did that with the first video. So I'm going to do part two right here. If you like this video, throw me a like. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. Let's get into it, folks. So I discovered some new things about my current situation. To add, I will put in the show notes or below the link to the original video that I went through. So I discovered some new things about my current situation. To add detail to the past video, one of the main reasons why I went through her phone was, yes, due to trust issues, but it was after having a conversation about switching her face status to in a relationship. I've heard of this before. Everyone's different with that. Some people, it's not a big deal if they're a big Facebook person or not a big Facebook person. If it's a big deal to you, then it counts. Do I think someone should put in a relationship if they're in a relationship? Yeah, sure, but some other people just don't care. Certainly ask why if it bothers you, but having to go through her phone to check that, you should be able to ask yes or no and then explain to her why you want her to check in a relationship. And if she says no, maybe that's a deal breaker for you. That could be a big deal if social media is a big deal to you. She said she really wasn't into that, so I didn't push her to do so. You know, okay, so obviously that wasn't important to her, but was it important to you? I really didn't care if she wasn't into it, but it made me think that she was trying to hide from me orbiters. I've never heard this term, but I know what you mean. Certainly possible. You know, a lot of people out there in the comments might go, oh, God, you have to know if she's not wanting to say in a relationship in Facebook. It wouldn't be a big deal to me, but if she spends a lot of time on Facebook, then I would start to wonder if she's someone that's very passive about Facebook and she doesn't use it a lot. She just uses it to talk to friends and family or maybe colleagues. Then it wouldn't be as big a deal. But once the seed is sown, per se, it's going to start bothering you. So yeah, one night when she was sleeping, I went through her phone and saw she was texting the people she slept with. Dun, dun, dun. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And she never bothered to tell me she had a boyfriend, and she never bothered to tell them she had a boyfriend, which made me even super suspicious and worried. Well, of course. I think you know what's going on here. I don't know if she's sleeping with these people, but she already has. She's continuing the relationship. She doesn't want them to know she's in a relationship. What else do you want to know? When I confronted her about that, she said I didn't really see a need to tell them. Well, that's, you know, it's one thing to not want to put the in relationship thing up. It's another thing to be talking to people you used to sleep with. I don't know how casual these encounters are. I don't know the kind of way she values sleeping with someone. Maybe she's casual about it. Red flags all over, but whatever reason, I ignored them. If this is a big deal to you, and to a lot of people it would be, yeah, it's a red flag, and I don't know how you're going to move on from it. The week leading up to the breakup, I asked her to go to an event taking place during an upcoming weekend. She declined, saying she was going to a friend's going-away party before leaving the military. Why weren't you invited to that party? We soon after broke up over a stupid fight. I would need to know what that fight was. She said she wasn't happy with this and it wasn't healthy. I asked her if there was someone else or if she didn't love me anymore. Well, what's worse? I'm not sure. She said it was always just me and she still loves me so much. Yeah, but she's saying the relationship's not healthy. Why? Because you're needy? Soon after our breakup, a few months after, she is Facebook official with the friend she went to his going-away party, and if posting all her Facebooker, how she can't wait to get married and how much she's in love with her new boyfriend. Well, bottom line, as I like to say, bottom line, she just told you who she is and where she's at. And it doesn't mean that she didn't love you. It just means that she found someone new, and she's the type to fall in love easily and quickly. And now you got to, this is your cue to say, I'm done. It blows my mind how she was telling me she wanted to spend the rest of our lives together, then quickly go to saying the same thing to someone else. Well, in this particular case, here's what I would say to this. The same thing she's done to you, she'll probably do to him. It's very possible because people follow patterns. And you getting out of this relationship now is a good thing, because if you prolonged it, it was coming anyways, because this person sounds flighty, wishy-washy. And for her to pivot that quick says something. I got so many questions. How could she fall in love so quickly with someone who isn't around? Well, trust, attraction, and connection, and she's obviously attracted to the individual. New love is always something that's special. And I would have to ask her and know her values and the person she's with. I don't think it's personal towards you, but she's obviously highly connected to this individual. It hurts you, but that doesn't mean it's not possible, okay? She may have been seeing this person while we were together, possible. That's on her if she was doing that. Should I reach out to her and call her out? What's your intention of calling her out? What are you going to get from that? For her to prove that she was fucking around on you? For her to prove that she's in love with someone else? You're hurt. It's not a nice situation, but you're just going to rip the wound apart even more by calling her out. And what if she, what answer are you looking for? Ask yourself. If she tells you the truth, or if she's nice to you, either way, I don't know if you're going to believe her completely at this point. I've clearly been lied to and even feel used. Well, be thankful you're out of that relationship with a person that does that, and you're not in a long-term relationship. And this guy that she's with now, that's part of her character. I feel totally emasculated, and I feel like I have to enlist now. I don't know what enlisting has to do with this situation. That's something else. I don't know if you mean the Army or the military. But to feel totally emasculated by this situation, this is one individual, this is one woman who is manipulative, misleading, and it's quite possible it happens to a lot of men. Don't feel like you were just used and unappreciated, right? This was a bad relationship. It was a bad relationship for a while. Like she said, it was unhealthy. She found someone new. It's possible she cheated on you, but you don't need to know that at this point. If you're having a lot of trouble with this, I'd suggest unpacking the whole thing, the entire relationship, in a live coaching session with myself or one of the other coaches out there, because you need about an hour or 2 hours to really get through everything. Because if you're having feelings of totally being emasculated, and then you're going to do something like, I feel like I have to enlist now. You don't want to make a decision like enlisting in the military on an emotional based or emotionally charged event that has nothing to do with that decision. So I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you have a breakup story out there, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.